Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Dollartree! Yeah. Okay, so it's one of these squeezy flashlights. Got a little generator thing in there that you keep squeezing it, and as long as you keep squeezing it, you've got light. And, but you do have a switch here on top that if you just turn it on, you've got light. Yeah, it's pathetic. I don't even think I could find the keyhole to my door to the house with this thing very well. It just really is literally not much light. Like, let's kill all the lights in here. Okay. You never know. This ceiling test. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing here. Okay, the wall test. Well, it can kind of light up a little bit. It's barely seeable, but it tells us that there's something touching the wall. Just we're not sure what. Yeah, very little light. Like you gotta get like right on top of something, literally, in order to get the light. I mean, this part looks bright in the camera because it's like right at the camera. That part actually looks pretty bright, but it really isn't in reality. Like, I don't know how I can show you this. Maybe I can go over here with it. It puts out about that much, which isn't much, which is pretty pathetic. Anyways, so let's turn some lights back on in this joint. And that goes back on, that goes on. And we'll turn those back on. I love remote control lights. So, features about this. If you squeeze it all the way in and push the back switch forward, it locks the handle in place. Kind of nice. And then you can just, have it as just like a little flashlight. It's comfy. You don't have anything sticking out. Pull it back. It releases the handle. And then you can just... I mean, I don't even think the batteries are rechargeable. I mean, the only thing they tell you in here, as far as the batteries go, is it does have 3 1.5 volt AG10 button cell batteries installed, non-replaceable, and 3 white bright LEDs. Well, that's not bright. No. And these are white bulbs, and white bulbs usually want at least 3 volts. And if that's getting 3 volts, man, I gotta tell you, there can't be very much milliamps because I've got bulbs that are white that are brighter than this. They will light up my room, and they're the same size. So obviously we have some extremely low lumen bulbs here, and I'm not even going to bother lumen testing this thing because there's just no point to it. You saw about the best you're going to see out of it. It's not very bright, but you know what? You got to think of it this way. It only cost $1.50 at Dollartree. Okay, so you kind of get what you pay for on this one. I mean, there is a benefit to it. I mean, it might just find, the key socket to the door. It probably would. I'm probably just being a little on the dramatic side with it. But it is possible, It would be kind of handy if you could, at least sort of see where you're walking. So you don't, do the whole toe jam thing on your, corner of your coffee table or something when the hydro goes out. It might get you to a safe spot to find out if you just blew a breaker or if the hydro actually really went out. Might be able to help you find your candles somewhere in the house. Anyway, they do say non-replaceable, but obviously they haven't met me. They left the screw holes visible, which means you can take it apart. How carefully, we don't know, and we're not going to bother right today. I don't want to break it quite yet, I mean, come on, I want to play with this thing for a little bit and, have some fun. But I did sit here, and I was doing this at a lower speed rate. This way the bulbs won't come on. And I did this for, I don't know, a few minutes just to see, would it make a difference? Would it make anything any brighter? No. It didn't help matters out much at all. So... But I thought, you know what, it's one flashlight from Dollar Tree I haven't done yet. for checking out. And, well, you guys want my opinion, right? Okay, so as far as cool looking, I'll definitely give that a point. As far as brightness goes, well, it sucks, so I'll give that a half a point. Price, definitely right up there. Great price. I mean, you can't even build one of these things for $1.50. So, I mean, the price is really good for $1.50. But overall functionality, okay, maybe we'll give it a point. You know, I mean, I'm probably a little bit here and there off, but I'm going to round everything out to pretty much this. I would probably put this as a 2.5, maybe, out of 5. I've bought other flashlights from Dollartree that run on batteries as well, because this does have batteries, and obviously it will run off of batteries, that are like far superior in brightness and very much more practical for the exact same money. I think this is more of something, give it to your kid, and they can have fun doing this, and they can also maybe use it in their little, tent fort that they make on their bed out of their sheets. I mean, we all did that when we were kids, right? Well, a lot of us did. I had fun. But I think that's the practicality for it, is just more for something to give your kid to say, here. I don't really think it's practical in the overall. I don't see that. But it is a neat design. If they would have made it a little bit brighter, like twice as bright, then I could say, hey, now that's functional around the house. That's going to get us to the breaker box, and we know we can at least run off the battery power as well. Like I said, we don't know if the batteries even take a charge. So one of the tests I'm going to do is to just let it sit and die with these batteries, and then I'll squeeze the snot out of the thing for probably about 10 years just to get them to recharge, because I'm sure it's not going to be a very fast job. But these aren't that bright. You know, I mean, I'm looking at these here, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not entirely bright. The generator can actually make it brighter, because it does, actually. So maybe they're, and if you have it turned on while you're squeezing it, it's at least making a little bit of an attempt to give a little bit more in. So, I mean, if these are indeed rechargeable, you're going to be doing that for hours and hours. But let's try it just without. Just do this without the power going to it. See, now that's much better. That's way better, because there's just the batteries. That sucks. So yeah, I guess we could find the keys. We just got to keep squeezing. Because as soon as you stop, it's like instant off. So okay, maybe I'll change my mind a little bit. Let's do the ceiling test. Yeah, we see a bit there. No change there. But yeah, with the generator, they definitely go brighter. Let's blind the camera again. This is battery. That's brighter. That's way better. Well, you know what? You're going to get hand exercises, that's for sure, and build up the muscles in your fingers doing this. Okay. Alrighty. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's back on. Everything's back on. There we go. So what do we give this thing then? Alright. Well, tell you what. I'll be nice. I'll be generous today. I'll be a good personality about it. It's $1.50. It's definitely worth the money. On batteries, yep, it kind of really sucks. Generator portion though, if you can keep squeezing, definitely going to be useful. Not going to be a good thing for camping or anything, okay? And, you know, if your kid can wrap his hand around this, or her hand, they could at least, you know, have fun in their fort doing this, right? The nice thing is it doesn't drain the batteries when you're just doing this. And it's probably not helping the batteries either, because, yeah, it's just, it doesn't seem to really do much there. I don't know, but I'm gonna put this to the test and just kill the batteries in it. So I'm just gonna leave this thing on, and then I'll generate it back to life and see if that actually helps the batteries. If not, then we definitely know that that was the stupidest design ever, because it should be able to recharge the batteries, you know, to give you something, right? So I would say, I don't know. I still want to stay 3. I want to stay at 3 out of 5. I think for $1.50, it's worth it. It's like I said, if you squeeze the snot out of it, it does produce a lot more light. So you're definitely going to find the keyhole to your door outside at night if you forgot to turn your porch light on, which often happens to us. It's usually my bad saying, "Oh, honey, we'll be back before dark." Nope, never. Well, I can't say it never works out that way. Once or twice we have come home during the daylight. Otherwise, yeah, we're usually in town a lot. So I just blame Long McQuaid, because I go there a lot. But anyway, um, yeah, would I recommend it if you want to exercise for your hand? Sure. If you're going to rely on the batteries on that thing, probably not a good idea. They're not very bright. So you probably might. I mean, you might be able to get enough light there to see the keel. Like I said, I'm probably just being a little dramatic on that. But squeezing it at least definitely gives you a lot more brightness. Okay. But again, like I said, there's no point in lumen testing that thing because yeah, it's just too much of a pain in the butt. So I would say, let's give it a 3 out of 5 with a recommended to those who want hand exercise. It's a great tool for that. It might last you quite a while. It might not. Depends how nuts you go with it. It's built pretty decently, though. For plastic, it's actually not bad. I like the fact that it's all translucent, so you can see the little generator thing in here, and that's kind of neat. I just don't see the overall practicality of something that's actually this cheap. Because like I said, I've had better flashlights from Dollartree for the same money that are like 500% better. So probably if you just want a novelty thing, kind of thing, I would say go and buy it for that purpose. But otherwise, I don't see real practicality to the thing overall. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But anyway, yeah, we're out of here. See ya.